Hey guys, this is Caffeine Gaming, and welcome to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. We're going to be playing this for about 30 episodes, so that'll take us probably to, like March, April-ish. Let's go ahead and start a new game here. I've got a bunch of different mods that are running to make this hopefully look a little bit better, as well as not stutter at all, so I'm very excited.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
I have to admit, that's probably one of the best, introductions. I would even go to say that I prefer this introduction to Oblivion over the Song of Skyrim, because it's just, I don't know, it feels so much more epic. Because there's no audio, or no, orchestra, not orchestra, there's an orchestra, but there's no choir. Okay, so I kind of asked you guys in a stream what race you guys wanted me to play. Now we can change this before we leave the tutorial area, so I'm gonna pose this question to you today, what race you want me to be. I'm gonna be choosing a race here, obviously, because I have to, but if there is a overwhelming, like you want me to play as a specific race, like, I don't know. So we've got Imperial. So the Imperials are the ones that actually live here in Citadel. They're really good at, they've got Voice of the Emperor is one of their skills, which I think charms, and then they are pretty good at, doing speech type stuff. We got the Khajiit, who come from Elsewhere, which is a sandy place. If you don't know that, they're really good at stealthy type stuff, and they can see in the dark, which is nice. We got the Nords, who you might know from Skyrim. They're, resistant against ice, so that's nice. And they're warrior types. You got Orcs, who are also the warriors. They are Rothgarian, and the Dragontail Mountains is where they're from. They're really good at heavy armor. I don't know if I want to play an Orc this time around, but it's definitely an option. Red Guards, I don't remember where they come from here in Tamriel. I think these guys have been scattered multiple times, but they resist disease and poison, which is pretty nice. We got the Wood Elves, who come from Valenwood forests, and they're the Bosmer. These guys are pretty good, again, for using magic, which is pretty much it. From what I understand, they're pretty weak when taking hits, so that could be a problem. We got the Argonians, who can breathe underwater. They are have largely been used as slaves, so just heads up on that one. We got the Bretons, another spellcasting group. These guys are even better, actually, at spellcasting. And the Dark Elves here, we got the Dunmer, who come from Morrowind. Really good with fire. And then the High Elves, who, at least in this series, have not gone completely south. Yeah, they also known as the Altmer, and they come from the Somerset Isle. Now, kind of talking to you guys, I really got I was thinking of going for Khajiit for the stealth bonus at the beginning. They've got the natural agility and unmatched acrobatic skill. And they can see in the dark. And the see in the dark is pretty useful because some of the dungeons are ridiculously dark and I don't want to modify the graphics too much. And I kind of want to go for more of a stealth way here. And they have Khajiit eyes, periods, ends of story. You cannot change the color of your Khajiit. Oh my gosh! And Khajiit are kind of treated pretty bad, by the way. There's really not that many hairstyles for the Khajiit. I'm kind of tempted to go with the jeweled hairdress, because that's... Oh, we can do the headband. I'm gonna look kind of like my cat, quite frankly. And you can change the length of the hair, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway. Age. What actually happens when we age? Not much. What about complexion? Ooh, I like the darker complexion. Alright, oh, I haven't entered a valid. Oh, you can change the face. Really didn't do any of this. And I probably won't do too much, but you can actually go in here and like change your character's face settings if, you know, want something specific. I don't know. This is like the initial, because in Morrowind before, so the one before this, you actually didn't have a lot of options because it was like the Sims, the original Sims, where you had a face and you just kind of chose your face. So, yeah. I usually move them. Oh god. I don't know. We won't be looking at our main character all that much. Look at that nose. We were talking about this. The noses in this game are ridiculously large. And you can actually make it even wider if you want. You can make them smaller. Oh, there we go. That's actually a little bit better. Let's make the nose a little bit tiny. No, that looks ridiculous from the side. It's just the front. Is this like a fish I don't even know. Okay. I need to give my character a name here. Okay, so we're not really going to be looking... Give me that. Thank you. I'm going to go with Caffeine as usual. I think you can change your name later too. I think you can change everything. Anyway, we're going to be just a Khajiit. And... okay, so it's going to give us the tutorial quests, and additionally up in the right-hand corner, it's going to talk a little bit about a couple things that we've got. We've got the unofficial Shivering Isles, and, is not the other one not popped up? Oh, it's a spell, sorry. And the fix follower double face bug. I've got all 3 unofficial patches installed.
Kitty. That's it. There's a rat in my cell, Khajiit. A fat, tasty rat. Does the kitty want it? Is the kitty hungry? You'd better take whatever you can get in here, Khajiit. They don't feed the new prisoners. Didn't you know that? First, they starve you. Then, they beat you. Then, if you're lucky, they kill you. That's right. You're
Kind of want to kill this guy.
Die in here. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
For the record, this guy is not necessarily the only time you'll meet him.
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
My job right now is to get you to safety. What's this prisoner doing here? This cell
I'm
is
just gonna back
supposed
off.
to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
No sign of pursuit. Stay put.
You also can't
Good.
move
Let's go.
right now.
We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then
Hello, Patrick
the
Stewart.
stars were right. And this is the day.
I've got
Gods
some-
give me strength.
As you can kind of tell, the shadows here are a little rough, but we do have some, don't have any shading stuff on here, but we do have some lighting modifications. What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler.
Apparently not for much longer.
You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
So why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
So what should I do?
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Yep,
Please,
so
Sarah, we must
Patrick
keep moving.
Stewart plays the voice of the Emperor in this one. Don't worry, we won't
Better not close
we won't
this
be
one. There's no
talking
way
too
to open
much
it from the
to
other
him.
side.
Looks
like Okay.
your lucky day. I'm watching.
Just stay out of our way.
So basically, at this point, you can't leave. You have to go through here. Now I've changed the stuff a little bit, so E for me and is that, and space is jump. But I believe that default is actually E for selecting and space. No, space for selecting and E for jump. And it's the worst thing on the freaking planet. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, let's go ahead and meander down after these guards. And there's nothing here, just spoilers. And if you get too close, they like
Those up
they don't
left,
do anything.
Protect the Emperor.
And let me show you guys. He glitters. Like that
Protect yourself.
gem. Oh, but yeah, I will. Thanks.
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She's dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving.
Okay, so these guys might look familiar. Yeah, these are the Mythic Dawn guys. Now, I didn't download any UI upgrades, so I don't know. I could probably get one. Okay,
They won't be the first.
real quick here before they're talking. Let me go, or while they're talking, let me go ahead and equip this katana. It's probably as good as it's gonna get for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take the wrist irons off. We got a couple potions, so that's really nice.
Underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
Take
You
point.
Stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
And yeah, we can't follow them. That door that they go through is locked. But we're gonna go ahead and get ready to go here. And yeah, they're gonna have, really? The rats are gonna get stuck on the wall, so let's just go ahead and, okay, yeah. Combat's pretty simple, nothing overly exciting, I think. Yeah, so, the ingredients, as usual, are kind of like Skyrim. I don't generally do a lot of, like, potion creating in this one. Spellcasting's a little different. Sneak is control. Just the basic stuff. I'm gonna take the war axe. Tell me, I'm gonna be using a bow for a lot of the main damage because I would like to build a little bit of a stealth thing. Now, right click is block, and I'm playing this on PC. I guess if you didn't realize that I'm playing this on PC, I'm playing this on PC. Let's grab this bow. And this. I'm gonna grab the rough leather stuff here and the lockpicks. Okay. So, this is like everybody's least favorite thing in this game, though I've always had an easy time with it. Essentially what you have to do is you actually have to push these up to the top. And this one is pretty easy, and I don't think we're going to come across any harder ones. So don't worry about it, but it's, yeah. And I'm not going to equip the bow right now. Where are you? Where's the, oh. You press C to cast, by the way. I'm not gonna grab any more rat meat. We have plenty. And here we have the Goblin Shaman. He's got Chameleon and Flash Bolts. He's got an iron key, which we're gonna take because this door is locked. Yay. I've gone through this multiple times. Okay, yes, I know how to cast. Anyway, so the fire spell that you start out with is good enough to kill pretty much all the rats. So more arrows. We've got some heavy armor here. You guys let me know what you want to see me wear. I don't care. I'm gonna go with the light armor to start with, but I could easily go with the heavy armor if you guys prefer. Just drop some suggestions down in the comments. Now the heavy armor, of course, gives you more defense for the most part, not always. But it is heavier, So, and I believe there's a penalty to sneak with the heavy armor. If I remember correctly. No. These guys are actually running away. My magic has low, so they got me. Okay, whatever. Can I maybe get one more off? And all the rats are dead, and the zombie's dead. And the zombies generally have this mort flesh on them. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that because it's definitely an ingredient. As you can see, your magicka will increase over time. Okay, so there's, let's go ahead and take this guy out. And that guy. And I don't think I have enough magicka to take this guy out, so we'll just smack him a couple times. I'm not really scared. In this one, the tutorial, if you're dying, you're probably being a little just too aggressive. Or you're not swinging enough. Just swing a lot. Okay. I want to get my stealth up if I can, which is one of the reasons why I'm sneaking up. Yep, there we go. Isn't there a rat somewhere? Oh, there he is. What the... AI pathing? It's not the best. Okay, so down here we're gonna have a shield and an iron helmet and some foodstuffs. Now I don't think... Yeah, I guess the foodstuffs you actually can. I'm gonna go and take these because I think you can restore your health a little bit on them, and I kind of just want to have cheese in my inventory. All right, we got more gold. One thing to note, though, is I believe your weapons, yeah, so if you look on the right-hand side here, you've got this little heart. This is the health of your weapon. So you actually do have to take care of your weapons and armor in this game. Yeah, about that. So just be aware. Now, if I remember correctly, some money stashed away in here. Hey, buddy. And yeah, I know people always complain about the magic in Elder Scrolls games being awful, but I actually have never had a problem with it, so I'm over encumbered from what? The potions? I'm gonna guess it's because I have all of the armor and stuff. So Khajiit actually can't carry too much. I'm gonna eat these. Because why not? There we go. That solves that problem. We won't be collecting too much else. Once you guys let me know in the next episode of what you guys want me to wear, what kind of armor you want me to go for, I will definitely switch. And I can wear a combination. I don't have to wear just one. And as a magic user, I don't know. It might be better to actually do light armor. Okay, so one quick here. Yeah, so the gathering system in this one's a little different. So you actually go up to stuff, and nothing clears, and you have a chance of collecting something. So, all right, we're gonna take the flawed ruby. Skeleton has some lockpicks and some gold. Oh gosh. What do we have here? I'm thinking I'm gonna put the shield away because I'm not gonna be using that, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these. I'm just not doing a shield this time around. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be like, by the way, you have a hotkey, but I don't really care for the hotkeys right now because we're gonna be shifting later. I'm not gonna search all of the stuff right now. Let's go ahead and just keep going here. Taking a sip of coffee. What are you drinking today? I'm drinking coffee. So chests, as always, there's a shovel in that chest. A quill in that one. Nothing of interest. Chests usually have stuff in them. Okay. So basically we're in stealth, and it's telling us a little bit about how stealth works. So the eye in the middle of the screen that's around the crosshair is, if it's bright gold, then you've been seen. If it's not, then you haven't been seen. Oh, I have been seen. And this guy's actually not that hard. And you can, if he sits down, you can actually stealth your way past him. Or if you really want to, what you can do is once he sits down, you just stand over here and stealth and walk like this. And eventually you will like continuously increase your stealth. It's the quickest way is if you got a controller is just, or like something to put down on your W key, depending on what you're playing with, is just to walk over here. And eventually your stealth will just increase like over and over again. And that's a cheater's way of doing that if you would like. I'm going to pass. Okay, so we got a wisp stalk and stinghorn cap. Basically, there's a thing telling you how to increase that. Okay, we got a chest here that's very easy. Like they're really, really easy. The harder ones get a little bit more frustrating, but as long as you know the tricks and the sounds, you can usually handle it pretty well. Okay, so this guy, if you want to defeat him easily, let's just set him on fire here. So he's gonna run at you, and he's actually gonna activate that trap back there. And actually, it's a really nice way of getting that trap activated because you might not see it otherwise, but there's actually was a string here, and that was attached to those. And traps are a big thing, and they're not as hidden as they are in Skyrim, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I know where we are. I'm like, where are we? I guess they were killing rats in the caves. There's a chest over here. Another really easy chest. Got some more lockpicks, and I don't think I need more arrows, but we'll take some. Alright, so another trap is you can see there's a goblin down there, so if you go here, you can actually just push. Oh, come on, push, thank you. I had to actually use E. Now, real quick note on traps like this. So it is possible to actually die here, because I've done it before. The logs, even though they've been moved and triggered, sometimes still like get all feisty and stuff. Kind of like in Skyrim. Same type of thing. Okay, let's go take those. Oh, another locked chest. Oops. There we go. Lockpick. We probably won't need to heal or anything, but it doesn't hurt. Now, the AI in this game is kind of a little bit on the lesser side. So if I trigger this guy, he won't necessarily trigger anyone else, which is actually really nice. And it's important to note that unless the AI is set up to trigger if one triggers, like trigger all if one triggers, they won't. So like I can set this guy on fire and bring him over here, and it probably won't trigger anybody else because he's not set up to trigger on anybody else. So let's see here. Let's head into the darkness. Now there should be at least 2 more goblins. There's this guy. Let's actually go ahead and just use one of those potions. Oh, I missed. Spellcasting is an exact science. And that rat is actually alive. It's actually their rat. Okay. I guess they eat the rats? I don't know. We got some stuff, but first of all, we've got this chick over there. I'm gonna go ahead and use another potion of sorcery, because why not? I don't want to have to wait for my... Oh crap, she's probably gonna notice us. And yeah, she's got, oh, I killed her. She is it. Oh, that is not, it's F, not R, to put things away. All right, got a repair hammer here. And we got an iron longsword, which I'm gonna take, and I'm actually gonna deposit the steel short sword. Did not think that far ahead on this one. Let's go ahead, I'm gonna drop off the axe, because it's rusty, but if you guys think that the axe is better. I might pick one up later. I'm almost 100% sure that I want to do light armor. But, okay, so, her staff, which for whatever reason has decided that it wants to be, magnificent here. If you take that, and you check it out, it's actually a goblin shaman staff, and it does some shock damage. I actually kind of like the rough. Can I just not walk? Okay. I don't actually remember how to drop stuff in this one. That's a good question. Hang on a second. I haven't had to drop stuff in this one. Interesting, I have no idea. Well, here's what we'll do then. I think what we can do, so is this and the stinkhorn cap. Let's go ahead and create this. Go ahead and create this. Here we go. And let's go ahead and poison that. That should allow us to, nope, still can't move. Really? Oh, fine. There we go. Now we can move. Good grief. Alright, so I think the best thing to do at this point is to decide on our armor. I'm gonna drop off all of this. We really weighs quite a bit. I think this is what I want to go with. If not, what I'll do, if you guys decide you want me to do heavy instead, I'll just do it in between episodes. Alright, let's go ahead and grab all of this. I'm not gonna grab the silver base. Mostly because the Khajiit can't carry a lot anyway. If you really want to do heavy armor, you might want to go for like the Red Guard or the Nord or the Orc, because I believe they can carry more. Anyway, let's continue on here and let's get out of here. And there's a chest here. Let's grab the lockpicks. You will end up with so many lockpicks. Real quick thing that I didn't notice, or that I didn't tell you guys about, is actually your, I don't know what to call this, like your character sheet. We have a birth sign and a class that we haven't chosen yet. You've got your health, magic, and fatigue. As you can see, we're pretty low. This is where actually like all your stats are. This was, I think they got rid of this in Skyrim, didn't they? Where they really focused on more of like the skills only type of thing. But this is essentially like the stronger, it tells you on the right here. Affects how much you can carry, how much fatigue, and how much damage you can do with melee weapons. Each one of them has a different, different stat. Then you've got your skills. As of right now, everything's pretty well, pretty low. Your race changes, so things like athletics and blade are increased. I think they all start at 5, and then they increase depending on your race. We don't have any factions right now, and then a bunch of information that actually talks about yourself. So yeah, there is that sort of the RPG element in this game. Now we are back here, so let's go ahead and just jump down.
Find a defensible spot and protect the Emperor until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more than that? We need to get the Emperor out of here.
So I'm just gonna watch them kill these guys, but at this point you can actually jump down there and help if you would like. In fact, you have to jump down anyway.
Damn it, it's that prisoner
Hey.
again. Kill her. She might be working with the assassins.
No, she is not one of them. She can help us. She must help us.
As you wish, sire.
Come closer. I'd prefer not to have to shout.
Okay, what's up?
They
Oh,
cannot
God.
understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen.
The voice
How
is
can
stronger
I
now.
explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
I don't know. I don't think about it.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth?
Okay, so this is when we get to choose our birth sign. We can change this before we leave, so don't worry too much. So we've got a variety of different ones. We got the Apprentice, which gives you 100% weakness to magic. That's awful as far as I'm concerned. We've got the Lady, who gives you 10 points to willpower and endurance, which might be useful. We got Mage, which gives you a 50-point bonus to your magicka. We've got a Thief, which gives you 10-point bonus to agility, speed, and luck, which might be what we want to choose for our stealth build, if that's what we want to do. I think that's what I would like to do this time, because it's definitely more... I'm more capable with that in this one than I'm going to be in Fallout. The Ashnok ability, you don't regain magicka, but you absorb magicka, and your magicka is increased. I don't like that one. The Lord here gives you a 25% weakness to fire, but allows you to use the Power Blood of the North, which allows you to regenerate. I think both of those are pretty much useless, unless you're building a character that's got like a fatal flaw. That's better for that. The Lover allows you to paralyze an opponent for 10 seconds for 120% or 120 points of fatigue once a day. I don't feel like that's really all that good. This one, the Ritual, we've got Mara's Gift, which allows you to restore health, and then you've got the Blessed Word, which allows you to turn the undead. Turn undead just means that the undead of certain levels will run from you. This is pretty useful because the undead are pretty prevalent in the Elder Scrolls universe. The Serpent allows you to poison and then cure yourself at the same time, but it costs 100 points of fatigue. The Shadow, not the shower. The Shadow is actually one of my favorites because it gives you Moon Shadow, which allows you to become invisible. Pretty useful early in the game, but later in the game, invisibility potions are pretty prevalent. The Steed allows your speed to go up 20. It gives you a permanent 20 bonus. The Tower, also very useful, actually allows you to open a container of average lock level. And then the Tower Warden reflects 5 points of damage, which, that's okay. And the Warrior gives you strength and endurance, 10 points. So you have to choose one of these. I'm going to go with the Thief, but we can change this later.
The signs I read show the end of my
It doesn't matter
path.
what you choose.
My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
What about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the Thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny.
That line changes, but it doesn't actually change any, whatever. Aren't you afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Can you see my fate?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
Where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Okay. Basically, he's just like, we're gonna die. I'm gonna die, and you are going to follow me and do your best. Okay. I have to talk to you?
The Emperor may trust you, but I don't. Stay out of our way.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
You may as well make yourself useful here.
This wasn't what I'm
Carry
talking to.
this torch and stick close.
Okay, so this is our first actual, non-scripted discussion. So you can actually start asking things. Let's ask about the blades.
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
What about the Emperor?
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
Okay, so nothing really of interest here. Whatever.
Stick close and let us do our job. And you'll be
It gives us a torch. I think torches don't weigh anything, so it's kind of a whatever situation. At this point, you could run ahead. They will protect the Emperor, so you'll be okay. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to take those lockpicks. We are going to be facing off against a ton of the assassins. And yes, you can now die from them if you screw up, so...
Not much fun.
And they're just going to basically summon themselves out of nowhere. Hey, buddy. Oh gosh, don't... And they will get so mad at you if you hit the blades, so don't swing randomly. I don't know if I can... That's not... I need to change that. The best thing you could probably do here... Whoa, 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 buddy. Oh, it can't go this way. I like how the Emperor is actually running and actually fighting as well, by the way. Come on, jump up there, thank you. The best thing you could do is, oh my gosh, it's F. We're gonna be going through this doors. Actually, go ahead and run ahead. You can. They're not gonna stop you from running ahead.
Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
Excuse me. I feel like there's a chest in a corner somewhere. Is there a chest in a corner? Nope.
Looks clear. We're almost through to the sewers.
You mean these sewers? There's no way to open it from here. You can actually see their health if you hover, is of course. He's taken damage.
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
Okay, so basically you're gonna go in here, and we've already been in here because I was looking to see if there's any chests. And as you can tell, there's no way through here.
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
Basically, you have to stay here with the Emperor. Go on, move along. Is he just gonna smile at me?
I
Oh,
can
gosh.
go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of
Okay.
Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last
Last
son.
son, huh?
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Okay. At this point, I can't do anything. I can't move.
Stranger.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Bad.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm yourself. Basically, the Emperor is dead.
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the potion. We don't need the potion of Night Eye. We're not gonna grab that.
We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
The Emperor gave it to me.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septum. They see more than
Interesting,
less
dragon blood.
The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I must take it to Joffrey.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
There is another heir.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
Okay. How do I get there?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
Thanks. The sewers?
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced pilgrim.
Pilgrim,
Am I
huh?
right?
That's interesting. So basically, what he says there, and he says you're an experienced blank, will depend on what you've been actually growing this entire time. So there are some classes in here, and you can actually create your own custom class. But there's a few different ones that are actually pretty good. There's a assassin, there's archer. Assassin would be a pretty good one. So you can see, so you can see here. Oh my gosh. Okay, apparently I can't like point. But you'll see that at the top there's be a skill that is the specialization. So you can see combat, stealth, or magic, like the battle mage. It's magic. I guess it's not skill. There's 3 of them. So there's combat, magic, and stealth, as there is in Skyrim. Your favorite attributes, you'll get a bonus, pretty nice bonus to those. And then at the bottom is your major skills, where you'll get a nice bonus for those as well. So for like the assassin, you've got security, sneak, acrobatics, marksman, light armor, alchemy, and blade. And the one that he suggested is pilgrim, which gives you security, block, armor, blunt. No, we don't want to do that because I don't want blunt. The Nightblade's not a bad one. That's actually one I've done before. I'm thinking either so Thief, I think. Thief might be the one I want to go with because you've got acrobatics, light armor, marksman, mercantile, security, sneak, and speechcraft. Let's see, what other... Oh, there's... Rogue is actually combat-oriented, which is interesting. He actually focuses on illusion there. Let's see. Thief is agility and speed. Assassin is speed and intelligence. I don't... Oh, Bard is actually still... We're not going for Bard. You can also do your custom class where you can actually choose which one you want to go with. And then you can actually choose your 2 favored attributes. You get +5. So I would actually do probably agility. Speed, probably. Yeah, I would do speed. And then you get 7 major skills, and you start at 25 in each one. So you get a nice little bonus to this. Now, one of the things you can do is actually choose things that you're not really like majored in, because you're going to be like, for example, if I'm constantly using blades, I'm going to up that pretty quickly, whether or not I've got the major skills. And once you max out, it doesn't really matter in this one. Personally, I would stick with like sneak. I wouldn't go for security, believe it or not. I know it's like, you know, you could open locked doors and stuff, but I actually wouldn't put points into that. Light armor is what I would start with. As you can note here, it actually says mithril, elven, and glass. That's one of the reasons I love the glass armor. The heavy armor here, though, you do have like the Daedric. Of course, I have to actually click it. You actually do have like the Daedric armors and stuff. But I prefer light armor personally. I would go with blade just because it makes it a lot easier early on in the game. Acrobatics is pretty fun, but we're going to be upping that anyway, so I don't really care. Same thing with athletics. I would probably go with marksman just to make it easier earlier in the game as well. And probably destruction. So let me see. And then let's go ahead and go with speechcraft. I hate the speechcraft minigame in this one. I'm trying to think what else I would like to go with. Let's do armor as well, because that one we're going to have to maintain our weapons and armor anyway. So I don't want to do that. Maybe mercantile. Or restoration. You don't really get any other bonuses. You just start out at a higher level. Maybe alchemy. That actually might be even better. So we can make some potions. Let's do alchemy. And we'll just do an adventurer class. And now you can see what we've created here. So you've got your major skills: alchemy, blade, destruction, light armor, marksman, sneak, and speechcraft. There's really nothing like this one in here. And this is what I would do. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking for this LP. Personally, I just love to create my own and just kind of run with it. Because like I said, the skills are going to increase one way or the other. Just helps you start out a little better. And things like blade and light armor, especially if we're going to be using those, is going to be like imperative.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
All right, after the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got
Sure.
it?
Yeah, I understand.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed.
What about you? What will you do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body, and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos
Oh,
guide
and
you.
if...
By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls
There
of
it
the
is.
Blades.
Okay, so he actually takes the sword from you, so you can't keep it, and we have to switch to something else. So just a heads up. And if you didn't see, this is actually where this assassin came from. He came from in there. I really couldn't turn to show you guys that. Okay, I don't think there's really anything else in here. We will eventually come back probably, because we are definitely not done. Okay, and real quick here, let me show you guys the update. Yeah, so this has been updated. Also, our fatigue is different. Yeah, our speed and agility are pretty well up there now. Our luck is also pretty good. You can get lucky. And there's really nothing that tells you when you get lucky, so it's kind of a pain. And you can see here your major skills are listed, so you can kind of see alchemy, blade, destruction, everything's pretty well off. And then your minor skills is everything else. But like I said, don't worry about it, because your minor skills, I think they might increase a little slower, but it's not going to be super, super noticeable. So don't worry about it. Oh, crap. I did that a little too soon. That's what happens when you fail. We're fine. And losing that sword, it's that sword that we lost is like a lot. And this is where we were going. But you can actually open it now. So let's just get going. We got a little bit of time here, so let's just keep going here. We probably won't reach the end of the sewers today, and if we do, we'll save prior to leaving it. Okay, so we've got a bunch of quests that are going to pop up here that are just additional things. I'm going to ignore those that pop up. There it is. We're going to talk about those later, but I don't really care about them right. Oh my gosh. This is all like DLC stuff and things, so oh my gosh, stop, game. What is going on? Wait a minute. Okay, so real quick here, the map here. You've got local map, you've got overall map here. I do not have a map UI upgrade mod, which might be kind of useful. And then you've got your quests, you've got your current quests and completed quests that you can choose. And these are the ones that are currently updated. And I think you always have an active quest, whether you like it or not. Are we done with the quest updating game? Like I said, we'll take a look at those once we get outside. Into what the... Apparently we have a few new quests, or new powers here. So first of all, we got Eye of Fear, which demoralizes up to level 25, which they'll flee from you. Eye of Night, which allows you to see better. This is part of a mod, which essentially allows you to fix the double face bug. I've only seen it a couple times and it's hilarious. Hopefully we will never experience it. We've got Cold Touch, which is a touch spell. We've got Flare, Minor Wounds, and Shocking Touch. These two are the same. And then we've got some scrolls. Let's try that again. Alright, we got 2 goblins here. Oh my gosh. Set on fire. I'm not too worried about dying or anything like that, but I would like to not have to take a lot of damage. Alright, this guy's got some garlic, some lockpicks, and some silver nuggets. I've never had a... I'm gonna have to change that. Still don't know what drop is in this one. Gonna have to figure that out later. There's not a lot in the sewers. FYI. So don't worry about it too much. About like exploring. There's some chests and whatnot, but this is really a beginner's area, so it's kind of beginnery. Cheese wheels. Alright, well I'm gonna at least take the lockpicks. We're gonna need the lockpicks. Like I said, the minigame's not hard, but it's pretty easy to bork up, especially if you're not paying attention. Alright, destruction skill has increased. I think at least for the magic stuff, like the magic spells, you do need to be at a certain level to be able to cast certain things. If I remember correctly. Can I even get through here? Oh, yeah, it's just a gate, okay. This is an ominous tunnel. Hello, rat. Goodbye, rat. Alright, and as you can see here, we got a gate here. And I think... Alright, so you see here it says gate to City Isle. If I click this, it'll actually try and let me out. So let me go ahead and save real quick here. Go ahead and do save. So if I click this, you can actually edit your race. So I can actually go back in here and edit everything. So at this point, if you do not like my race, my birthstone, or my class, tell me in the comments what you guys would like to see. So this is the one I chose, but you guys might prefer something else. I chose Khajiit, and then I selected the thief sign. This is all geared towards doing more stealthy stuff than it is to be like running in with an like war axe. So if you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know, and then give me some suggestions for a change. Specifically chose Khajiit, Thief, and this skill set for, like I said, the stealth aspect of the game. If you liked this episode, give me a like. If you don't like this episode, give me a dislike. Let me know in the comments why you're not caring for this series. And if you're new here, please subscribe for future episodes. And I will see you guys next time. You're all fantastic individuals, and I will see you as we get the hell out of the sewers.